I have recently met one of the most unauthentic person I ever met in my life. They immediately click like, oh my God, please, people, don't be like this. How can you be authentic? And that's what we're gonna talk about today. Welcome to the channel. My name is Gillord, where I share everything I learned on my way to becoming one of the top entertainers in the world. Today, I wanna talk about the topic of being authentic, about being genuine, being yourself in every situation imaginable. The reason why I bring it up today is because recently I've met someone that, in your gut feeling, something is telling you something ain't right with this person. Not because of the information they're providing, but the way they come off, you're like, you're looking for something, right? And you're acting in a way that you think I would like, right? If they could answer, they were like, yes, you feel something is off. I'm trying to understand why that is like that and how can we change that. First part of this video, I want to understand what authenticity is, right? And a definition that I have is not false or imitation, real, actual. And second definition is true to one's own personality, spirit, or character, which is very important, which is what a lot of people don't have. A lot of people, obviously social media is great, but a lot of people are just making their whole identity based off what they see online, and they have, they don't go in the real world and see how it works, what are dynamics, yada, yada. We can dive into that a little another time. But the point is, being authentic simply means being yourself. And who are you? That is the question. If you don't like the color red, and just because I'm your boss and you see that I like the color red, you shouldn't be like, oh my God, I love color red too. That's not being yourself. Being yourself means I'm not a fan of color red, but hey, that's being yourself, not like just appealing to and just trying to be liked by the other person, right? If that makes sense. And the reason being yourself is important because that's how you build true connections. The second part of the video, I want to talk about embracing your true self. And I want to give you a story on how being authentic could help, right? So I am an event host. I am an event MC. I MC events and stuff. And a lot of times I find myself at these big conferences that not necessarily I am an expert in that field. And I walk in the door letting the people know, like, listen, I'm not an expert in this field. However, I am very enthusiastic about learning. And depending on the audience, it's my responsibility for them to grasp the general ideas. Because if you have professionals only on stage, especially in crypto, you got a bunch of people that are deep in the field, but the people that are coming in, they don't know as much as you do. So we need to bridge that gap. Otherwise, why are we doing this, right? So I'm being true to myself. If I say, yeah, no, I'm an expert, just give it to me. And then what's going to happen when they truly test my level of expertise? You understand? I'm going to be standing there. And yes, I can manipulate and tell, some politician stories, like how politicians answer questions. But basically, I can do that. But you're going to notice that something is off. So me being authentic is, hey, just so you know, this is who I am. I am in the field of learning and blah, 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 and also entertaining. So I combine the two. Here I am. Here's your stage. Here's the audience. Let's make it happen. That's being very genuine. I think that's what it is. Not being able to be yourself is a bit tricky. It's not cool. I'm not saying you need to be cool, but I'm saying nobody likes that. Why are you pretending to be someone you're clearly not? Which immediately follows our fear or our limitations on why we try to be not authentic, because obviously we want to be liked, or we want to be in a position where basically you're trying to create a narrative or a story that's not who you are, but it might be beneficial for perhaps career opportunities or relationship opportunities. But one thing is for sure, the dust or the smoke always settles, and it's going to come to light that's not who you are, or that's not what you like. It might be in very small cases that perhaps it worked out, but long term, you're carrying this feeling like, let's say you find yourself in a relationship that you had no business being in. You thought the person was beautiful and you wanted to be together. So you try to do everything they liked in order to be with them. And now that you're in it, you're not happy. You know what I mean? Because you're limiting who you truly are. That's why it's important to communicate and find ways, regardless of the setting that you're in, to being able to present you for who you are, knowing your limitations, communicating certain limitations, and be yourself. I am saying get to know yourself very well to be able to adjust to any room you walk in without having to compromise who you are. Somebody told me this a very long time ago, and I think this is very important. Just because you shine bright doesn't mean you have to dim your light in order for others to feel comfortable, right? So if this is who you are, be who you are. Don't feel weird because of the room you're in. Obviously, there's a time, place, and setting for everything, but what I am saying, the general line is, the closer you are to being yourself all the time, the more powerful you are. I wanted to finish this video by saying, take a moment, think about it for yourself. What are some limitations and how you can better communicate them or use them to your advantage? But most importantly, don't change who you are. Don't try to be a person you're not. Don't try to be a person you think they're gonna like, because trust me, at the end of the day, they're not gonna like it. So just be yourself. That's the best thing you could do. For today, this is all I wanted to share with you. If you got any topics or comments, let me know. I'm more than happy to learn from you. And yeah, I'm practicing. I'm working on my craft. You see me here. It was a pleasure. I'll see you in the next one. Chalice.